Your website can be the first impression that new customers get of your business. So when you're hiring a developer, don't rush it. You need to ensure that they can do what you need and have the skills necessary to represent your company online. Let's talk about 8 questions you need to ask your web developer before you hire them. Hi, my name is John Vong, founder of Local SEO Search. Welcome back to my channel. At Local SEO Search, we have hired web developers to work on our website and work with our clients. Creating websites is something we do all the time. And I have also heard horror stories from clients about website projects gone wrong. Your website is critical to your online presence. In this video, I want to talk to you about hiring your future web developer. What makes a good web developer? And how do you spot them? Today, I will share with you 8 questions you need to ask your web developer before you choose them. First, what coding language are you familiar with? Which ones are you still learning? The number and the types of languages the candidates know will mostly depend on their work experience. But an ideal candidate doesn't need to be an expert in all languages, especially if the job only requires a certain coding language for their everyday task. If you aren't sure what coding language your current website is in, you can reach out to your old website developer. Or if you are starting a new website, ask what they would recommend. Candidates should have a baseline of technical coding skills like Ruby, SQL, PHP, Python, CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. They may not have all, but if they are creating a WordPress website for you, like we would recommend PHP, HTML, and CSS are the critical 3. Second, explain PHP to me in a way that even an inexperienced techie could understand. You probably don't know much about web design, and that's okay. This question is less about their depth of knowledge and more about their ability to communicate with you. You need to understand what they are doing on your website. And for that relationship to form, you need to ensure that they can communicate with you in plain English. Their answers should indicate that they have a deep understanding about this coding language and make it easy for you to understand. So if they are able to use simple words and are able to avoid the use of jargon, talk at a good pace, and get their point across, then it is a sign that you've got a qualified candidate. Third, name a website you like. What is appealing about it? For this question, you will be able to find out the candidate's awareness of the industry. Web design is always changing. You need to ensure that they are growing and adapting with the industry. What is their knowledge about the differences between those good and bad websites available right now? Top developers always think like a developer when they see other websites, so there should be no problem choosing which one they consider a top-notch website. A developer who is passionate about his field would be able to discuss specific development concepts of websites that they didn't even develop themselves. You want to ensure that they are at the top of their game and that they are passionate about the industry and this project. Fourth, what is included in this package? There is often a disconnect between consumers and developers on what is included. For instance, if you purchase a 20-page WordPress website from them, what does that include? In most instances, it won't include content and will include a few different rounds of revisions. Be aware of this before you sign up. You don't want to go into it with misconceptions and then realize that you need to write content for your site that could hold up its launch for weeks or months. Fifth, tell me about your favorite development project to date. What was it like from start to finish? What about this project stood out for you? Web developers take pride in their achievements and definitely would say that they prefer their work over others. They will always have a favorite project. This question can provide a glimpse into what kind of websites they build and how zealous they are in their field. It will allow you to evaluate candidates' work style and also the type of websites that they enjoy building. Maybe they describe a project that doesn't sound good to you, or the process doesn't sound like something that will work with your business. That's okay. It's good to know beforehand. Some web developers won't mix well with every business. 6. Describe a time you've dealt with negative feedback. Web design is so personal. Your brand is everything to you. And while you may be involved in brainstorming processes and seeing drafts, sometimes perception can be different. You can describe what you want one way and the developer interprets it another way. I can almost guarantee there will be something about the site you don't like, and you need to make sure that your developer will be open to this feedback. An ideal candidate will take these criticisms professionally and as an opportunity to improve. They should understand that creative differences are normal and be open to feedback and review. Take note, when your candidate answers in a grumpy and dismissive way, that can be a sign that they don't receive feedback well. That's a big red flag. You want someone more receptive. 7th, what's the most important soft skill for a web developer? Most candidates will surely mention the skills that they already possess. This question will give you insight into their expertise and how well they know themselves. There's actually no wrong answer here, but a good response may highlight traits like leadership skills, teamwork, flexibility, or patience. This question will give you insight into the person you are hiring, into who they are, and what they will be able to offer you as a developer. And most importantly, your company and candidates should share the same values. Just like hiring an employee, you should hire a developer slowly as well. Make sure that they mesh with your goals and objectives, and you like them personally. You want this to be a strong relationship. 8th, what is your experience with migration? I get a lot of calls from business owners who don't even think about migration when they are hiring a developer, but it's so overlooked and so important. Migration is when your draft website is complete and the developer needs to transfer it over to your current domain, replacing your current website. Once they migrate the website over, you need to ensure that they understand how to complete a migration. Are they checking that the forms are working correctly? Are they checking for broken links and images? A lot of issues can arise from poor migration. Ensure that your developer has a migration checklist and has experience migrating websites so that you don't experience downtime or errors with your brand new website. Taking time to hire the right developer will ensure that your website is in good hands and there is less hassle throughout the process. A great website developer is someone who not only creates code and websites, but also clearly understands the requirements of every project they take on and also observes the target audience of the company and its product. I hope that these questions that I shared with you will help you find the perfect web developer for your website. Let me know if you've had experience hiring a web developer and what you asked to ensure that they were the right fit. Do you have any tips you can share about our topic for today? Share your thoughts and comment it down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, hit that bell button, and let's grow together.